Hello everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and it is 2020 when I am extending the first formal invitation to my new Soul Sisters Circle. I have over 2,500 people from around the world in the Power Circle global community who check in with me periodically, but I'm actually speaking to that 20% of you who I consider to be my inner circle of clients, students, and friends. You are my active community members and core group who have witnessed the evolution of my work over the last 20 years. So let me tell you a story. I started hosting circles in people's homes or metaphysical bookstores in D.C., New York, and Chicago, where I lived in the 1990s. In 1999, I started my first website. In 2003, I started hosting online circles. And in 2005, I moved to Florida, where I have lived with more nature than humans, but my point is I desperately needed and missed community and decided to create my own when I got here. The feedback from day one to this day has been that even though we are on the phone in a group, everyone feels as if they are sitting around a fire pit in my backyard. I've been international from the start too, but with the improvements of technology and your help with this first go at using a teaching platform instead of my own website, I am ready to take it to yet another level. I'm excited to say that I think this will be my best one yet, or at least the birth of a new level in my offerings. The first year always comes with a learning curve of some kind, so deep breath. I have a diverse and eclectic group of humans that have been magnetized to my work over the last 15 years. You are healers, artists, athletes, and conscious leaders who all have the following in common. You do your own soul work, personal healing, and love to expand your education throughout every age and stage of life. Together, we are eternal students and teachers throughout this lifetime, and probably many others. So I have created the Soul Sisters Monthly Circle dedicated to the individual soul work, and the Soul Sisters Seasonal Circle dedicated to honoring Mother Earth through community and ceremony, where we gather every 6 weeks. So monthly or every 6 weeks. And as an earth medicine practitioner and mystic mentor, I provide custom tools, practices, and support for you to do your individual soul work. Over the last 20-plus years, I have created sanctuary for those who want to better themselves so they can better the world. With the monthly check-in, we will do a little bit of tending, seeding, cultivating, pruning, and composting. Tending to your own needs and desires, because self-preservation is not selfish. It is really important for you to do this tending. Seeding your own goals and intentions. No one can or should want it more than you do. Cultivating your true passion and purpose. It's not a passive thing, but an active and co-creative relationship with the universe. Pruning any excess, dead, or non-essential. Anything with no chi or life force energy is really important to let go of consciously. And then the other way we prune is with self-correcting, adjusting, modifying, and practicing, paying attention to what we're doing. Sometimes we need to trim a little here or there so that we grow better, so that we're more effective. And composting old energy, ideas, and choices on a monthly basis. This is a really good practice to check in with your life on all these levels, because clearing lightens the energy field so you can bring in the new. And every month we want to be releasing, and every month we want to be bringing in something new, energetically, if not physically and literally. So this tending helps us be better at that. The seasonal check-in is very special because in that circle, the soul work is a little different. We do prayers and offerings. And don't get me wrong, we do magic and ritual in the monthly circle too. However, there is tremendous power in numbers, and when we gather for a sacred seasonal ceremony, it is a moment in time with an energetic signature that we will all carry forward from there. In the seasonal circle, the soul work is a little deeper. You're consciously choosing to be in community, so your shadow nature is your responsibility to manage properly. The more in touch you are with your own shadow nature, the better your contribution to the ceremony and or the community. Prompts and preparation. In the seasonal circle, the soul work is very special because I map out the year for you, and all you have to do is track your own results. You will always know the special alignments and energetic support, that is the spice and flavor, available each season, 8 times a year. Very powerful to co-create with earth and sky. Also, skills share and recipes for magic. I think these two go hand in hand because everyone in the seasonal circle is there because they like community and the additional resources that having these connections affords them. We learn from each other in rich and beautiful ways. My recent survey revealed that most of you are teacher guides who like the support and custom tools I've created because it keeps you on track, which makes you a better conscious leader for your people. When you are in a group of helping spirits who believe in helping humans, you share skills and recipes for magic. Help has to be invited, and we do not impose on each other in any way. But we also work mojo in our own unique ways and report back what works and what doesn't. It is a circle that believes in cross-pollination, sharing, partnering, and collaborating with everything, especially each other. Now, of course, that gets easier when your self-love is anchored in something really real and solid. Here's a Kellyism. Healing, education, and soul work are the purest forms of self-love because no one can do that for you. The sanctuary that I've created fosters an environment where it is safe to explore what you love about yourself. And if that is a challenge, then this is where you initiate and develop that relationship with yourself so you can find it. Stress and anxiety is part of life these days. And so having guideposts along the way can be reassuring and calming. The idea is not to overwhelm you or add to your list of things to do, but arm and fortify you with the knowledge and awareness of the energies, tools, and practices that can actually prevent stress and anxiety rather than cure it. You know, I'm all about the ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure around here. Shadow work requires some regular tending. There is value in doing your own personal shadow work. Daily, weekly, monthly, seasonally, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. Anything longer than that and you create buildup that gets harder and harder to manage. If you create a consistent rhythm for your soul tending and shadow work, then it's not as disruptive. However, if you postpone it over long, things do start to bubble over, out of your control, and often create more mess and karma to deal with and clean up. So we make time once a month for that or once a season in my world. You need to evaluate the value of regular tending versus sporadic tending. Because when you're regular about it, even if it's only once a year, your system calms down and knows that every time at that time of year you're going to tend to your soul. But if it's sporadic and it's feast or famine or all or nothing or extremes of some sort, then like I said, there's a buildup, there's a lot more to deal with, things are harder, it's way harder to start new things because the old things are in the way. Ask me how I know this, because I've lived it. And this is how I got here to want to teach and help and guide and support others, mainly because I didn't have a lot of that early on. I did magnetize better support as I got older. But I learned very early on, at the moment of commitment, the universe conspires to assist you. And I realized that I could change my own life through doing something differently, being a different way, expressing a different way, and tracking in terms of my journal, like keeping track of my life and my choices and reflecting on that so that I can come up with new ways of expressing my own energy and aspirations. It changes the vibration, and then all of a sudden doors that were locked unlock and open for you with ease and grace. And that was the beginning of my solo priestess, solitary witch, where I would set my intentions and work my magic prayers. I cultivated my relationship with my sacred tools like crystals and candles and herbs, and I was always intent on creating meaning and value in my life. Because I experienced death fairly early in life, I started asking these questions fairly early in life and really digging to find my true purpose and was I going to be able to fulfill it in the time that I had on the planet. I got serious about combining the mystical and the mundane in a way that made my life feel sacred and meaningful. So if I was dusting, I was really clearing the dead, stagnant energy. If I was sweeping the floor, I was clearing a new pathway for myself. If I was washing my clothes, I was preparing to embody something different and better every time I put on a new outfit, especially out of an old wardrobe, right? It got really good to me, and I started telling people about my results in different ways, and it got interesting to others. Right about then, enter the ancestors who have just been waiting in the wings for me to wake up. So they are my angels, ancestors, and animal spirit guides who I have communed with pretty much since I arrived on the planet, from a very little girl. I have always felt protected by spirits I couldn't always perceive or see with the naked eye. In all my readings or sessions with healers, the message that came through often at first was, why don't you ask for help? Even though I knew I had them around me, and I felt their loving presence and often literal protection in moments of crisis, I did not really engage them directly or for any specific purpose. I always felt that that would be an imposition, as if they have more important things to do than help me. But nothing could be further from the truth. Not only that, but they love being part of our lives in a more real way than fond memories. So I got the job. It took a while for me to accept it, but I did. Pixie was the first person I had heard articulate aloud in a group what I had suspected all along, that the ancestors more or less hire us for certain jobs to facilitate healing and education regarding our own lineage. And you can run, but you can't hide. And I said no at first, but as of 2006, I'm all in. And that is when I got my job description, to make custom tools. Put all my research and tracking of cycles, patterns, and family lessons and legacies into tools and practices that anyone can do with little to no people, props, or payments. I'm really big on keeping that super simple so that you can always do what you need to do to feel supported by your invisible team, but also effective in your actions. The ancestors are literally my everything, my board of directors at work and my council of elders at home. They are my confidants and cheerleaders when I'm creating something new. They protect me in the shadowlands and hold me when I return with another nugget of truth. And there is no way I could have gotten this far with a community like you if they hadn't been guiding my every step. I also love helping others remember that they, too, have an entire invisible team of support in their own angels, ancestors, and animal spirit guides. So all of my circles share core values, and probably number one is diversity. Like I said, I've had people from all over the world. But truth, integrity, authenticity, these are the things I'm known for. Humor in the dark, faith, work, and trust, we put those all three together. We believe, we do the work, and we trust in the outcomes. Passion and purpose is something that may wane or may go away and come back, change form, but never dies, never not part of our being here. Light, obviously I'm here to serve the light from a heart-centered place of love and to honor the vitality of life itself is what's most important. Diversity just is a big must for me. I grew up in the city. I've always had lots of different people from all walks of life as my inner circle. I want anyone that joins the circle to always feel comfortable no matter where they come from or where they're going. And so because we're worldwide, I am committed to more travel around the U.S. and abroad. I love dropping into live circles and meeting you all in person. The hugs are amazing. But meantime and between time, you will be receiving your monthly or seasonal tools via email with links to MP3, PDF, and video downloads that you can save to your own devices, but that will also be housed on a teaching platform where everything is together in one place. You're going to love it. You can join us live or dive in when it's convenient for you. Membership also gives you more access to me and precious behind-the-scenes extras that are not offered to the general public. In my world, we honor your nature. We never make somebody's nature wrong. Your nature is your nature. You've come to learn how it works. I love helping people remember who they really are and what their true values and priorities really are when they're untainted by the culture or stripped of their own conditioning. Once we get past that to your true nature, you can really shine. In my world, I want you to have the experience of support, soulful kinship without being a burden, inspired action without feeling pressured, ongoing support without feeling obligated. You know, in my world, I want you to feel that soulful kinship, meaning that you have a sense of belonging when you're with me. The inspired action, like I said, is not to put pressure on you, but to inspire you to some different choices that unlock possibilities that you might be missing because you're caught up in the moment. Like when we're in it, we can't always see what's what. But when you have a guide or a support system in place and it's ongoing, it's regular, so maybe nothing happens for a month or two. I always tell people that too. Try it for 90 days. Try it for 3 months in a row where you track and pay attention to the moon, pay attention to the sun, and pay attention to the earth and your own body and how it feels, and you start to find your true north. That's another core value in my world. It's okay to move at your own natural pace and rhythm, period. You will never be judged for that. Nothing I offer is by any means the only or the best way, but what I have honed, practiced, tracked results, and would like to share with you is this awesome container. I love to offer support, guidance, and new perspectives to a largely other-directed, outer-focused culture by teaching that creation happens from the inside out, and that's where your individual power resides and how you stay in touch with your true north. I also believe you are what you attract, and if you want to change what you're attracting, you have to change what you are. So I am a truth sayer and seeker. I like to be proactive rather than reactive. I believe in my invisible team of support, and I love life, even when it's hard and uncomfortable, sometimes even more than. This will always be a circle where you can know what you want and ask for what you need, and know that your personal boundaries will always be respected. I have been blessed to not have to go through what I've heard from others about what I'd call woman-on-woman crime, which is gossip, shame, blame, guilt, all backstabbing, all that kind of stuff. I don't roll that way, so I don't tend to attract those types. Thank you, Goddess. In any circle that I host, I have consciously created a foundation and atmosphere, and it's been my 20-year experience that we can support each other without burden or obligation, and we can love each other even when we disagree. I believe in improvement over perfection, finding the blessings and the lessons in any life challenge, and showing up to do my own soul work, even when I'd rather delay, deny, or detour. We all go through that. So that is often the kind of other conscious leaders that I've attracted over the years. And I'm always in there working it alongside you. No one is exempt. We're all in this together. So join me monthly or seasonally or both. Here's how. You're going to get a sneak peek at my new kellymbbeard.com website. I hope you like it, and please let me know if you find any mistakes or broken links so I can fix them right away. The same links are on my karmictools.com website as a backup. So you can go to kellymbbeard.com/soul-sisters-circle. And on Karmic Tools, you go under offerings, under subscriptions. You should see Soul Sisters Circle right there. At the end of this presentation is all the photo credits of these beautiful photos. And reach out with any additional questions, and know that I am deeply honored to serve in this way and to have you in my community and to create space where you can come work on you or prepare yourself to work with others, either way. The Soul Sisters Circle is a great support. I'm so excited to get started and look forward to connecting with you. Please enjoy the free download of Wolf as a thank you for taking the time to check out this video and listen to my invitation. And I hope to connect with you soon. And please feel free to share this with others you think would resonate with my work or that want that kind of monthly or seasonal ongoing support. Thank you so much for your time, energy, and support. This is Kelly M. Beard of karmictools.com signing off. Many blessings, one love.